Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thomas's mission, Eric's interference, and Taylor's wedding push. Here are some spoilers for the bold and the beautiful. Fans can anticipate Taylor Hayes suggesting they get married immediately in tomorrow's episode. Rich Forrester is still being pressured by Eric Forrester to get back together with Brooke Logan. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. First up is Thomas Forrester, who has returned to Los Angeles. Regretfully, it appears that the young man's life is not going well. Thomas brought up Paris Buckingham's disappearance during a conversation with Rich Forrester, which is related to Grace Buckingham's crime. Then he claimed that Douglas Forrester had no fashion line associated with his ideas and was constantly occupied with pals. Thomas is so determined to ensure that Rich weds Taylor. But Rich acknowledged that he was concerned about him. And so am I. She is concentrating on Tridge because Thomas does not currently have anything to focus on in his life. Fans are aware that this typically results in fixation and subsequent deceptive tactics. Brooke is still attempting to get her hooks back into Ridge, so Thomas might let his mother know. The psychiatrist's marriage to Ridge makes her very happy. She was taken aback, though, that Lee Finnegan was unaware of it. Lee covered, but Taylor will decide after that conversation. The woman is looking for a wedding date right now. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric will keep meddling in his grown son's romantic life. The wishes of Thomas and Steffi Forrester Finnegan will be discussed at the Patriarch's conversation with Ridge. Eric encourages Ridge to get back together with Brooke, but he doesn't want to let his children down. What will Ridge do under such weight? Will he eventually reunite with Brooke? Or does he keep marrying Taylor? The problem with Luna Nozawa is another. Fortunately, she had a negative pregnancy test. But she's going to force her fantasy to come true. Borrowing a page from Sheila Carter Sharp. What is she planning to do next? And what does this portend for the future of Elektra Forrester and Will Spencer? What is the plot thread you are most excited to follow? Paternity twist. Could Remy be Luna's covert backup baby daddy? Updates and spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful hint at a potential unexpected Remy Price paternity twist on the CBS soap opera. Could Remy preserve Luna Nozawa's plot with Will Spencer by acting as her backup baby daddy? At the moment, Luna seems to be so certain that she would bet her life that she is expecting a little Spencer bun in the oven. Luna may have become pregnant that night because there appears to have been no usage of birth control and soap opera women are known to be extremely fertile. But there's also a potential that Luna will run into trouble and realize she didn't conceive that night after all, in which case she'll need to think of another strategy. What if the pregnancy that cloaked Luna was so excitedly awaiting hadn't been the result of her deceit? In that case, Luna might need to act creatively. If Luna can get pregnant by someone else quickly, and then work out any paternity test issues later, she still has a chance to save her plan. Fans are aware that Luna and Remy have a bond and that Remy actually seems to care about her. Remy might have affections for Luna, which she could take advantage of by luring him into bed with her next. Instead, Luna might become pregnant with Remy and try to pass the child off as Will's when she tells him she survived. Remy's relief may instead spark a hot romance. Luna could readily falsify any paternity test that could be conducted, making it easy to deceive regarding the status of her pregnancy. Moreover, if Luna is successful, she may even convince Remy to assist her in tricking Will. In any case, Luna needs a baby for her preconceived plot. Although her original goal was to have a Spencer heir, if her meeting with Will didn't result in the pregnancy she had hoped for, she might need to think about another possibility. Instead, Luna might propose a fictitious Spencer child, in which case Remy could act as the biological father to make it happen. Things might get tough as Luna's due date draws near. But she appears committed to overcoming any obstacles that may come up. Anyway, according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna might have to change her plans as she goes along. So keep an eye out for any unexpected baby-related happenings. Is Deacon Taylor's potential new love interest? Taylor's hope of getting back together and getting married to Ridge is about to be dashed. When Ridge leaves Taylor to be with Brooke, his true destiny, history will repeat itself. Taylor will eventually get over her vacillating ex-husband when Ridge breaks her heart once more. Taylor may end up in the arms of a particular restaurant as a result of her new voyage. Deacon and Sheila have a happy marriage. But when it is shown that Luna is still alive, their marriage will be severely tested. Sheila's keeping this a secret from Deacon will make him very angry. And chance for a teen romance was created by Deacon's marital issues and Taylor's broken engagement. The authors alluded to a potential Taylor and Deacon pairing back in the day. The two had chemistry and flirted with one another. However, Taylor rejected Deacon due to Ridge. However, Taylor might decide it's time to pursue Deacon now that Ridge will soon be out of the picture. It would be pleasant to see a world-renowned doctor and a redeemed bad lad fall in love. It won't be without problems though. Their parents' dating won't make Steffi and Hope happy. When Ridge sees his ex with one of his adversaries, he will also feel jealous. Furthermore, Brooke will inevitably meddle in Deacon's relationship. Sheila will not allow Deacon to leave without a fight. Sheila's evil and irate side will come back to haunt her if she loses him to Taylor. Taylor and Deacon will have to keep an eye on their backs because Sheila is determined to get even. A heartbreaking Thomas intensifies his attacks on Ridge, while Luna adopts Sheila's devious past. Thomas gives his father a lesson about taking care of his mother in the main office of Forrester. Ridge gives his son a grunt, telling him to speak his mind. Thomas pulls his phone out. After the Italian rescue, Ridge is shown on film kissing Brooke. According to Ridge, he had to save her. "Did you have to kiss her?" questions his kid. Thomas is certain that if his father hadn't meant it, he wouldn't have asked his mother to marry him. More than ever, Thomas adds cryptically he needs this. Katie is raving to Brooke about the wonderful trip to Italy right now in the design office. As usual, the blonde cares more about Ridge than the statistics. She is baffled by his continued relationship with Taylor. Ridge is delaying the inevitable as Katie joins the bandwagon. According to Brooke, things have gotten more complex. Thomas has returned to the city. Thomas will undoubtedly put on a guilt trip, according to Brooke. Katie is confident that Thomas will concur that they belong together, after learning about what transpired in Italy. The idea that Ridge would remain with Taylor causes Katie to grow upset. He must get away from her, and he must do it today. Brooke is certain that Ridge will support her. Thomas begs his father not to mess this up across the hall. He returned in large part to keep an eye on Brooke, and make sure she doesn't wriggle her way back in. He screams, "Tell me you're not going to hurt Mom." Even though he is aware that his father is completely unreliable on this specific topic. Thomas drops a bomb and admits that he needs this because he and Paris decided to call off their engagement. Their family let Liam think he was dying because she had wounded him. He is not currently designing for a line and is single. He's struggling alone, and if his father makes a mess of things, he won't be able to cope. Thomas maintains that he is fine even though Ridge notices the warning signs. Naturally, as long as his parents get married. "I just need my family," he says with tears in his eyes. As Lee walks past Taylor's hospital office, the world-renowned psychiatrist TM shouts out to her. She believes that Luna is the reason she took a leave of absence. She was a disturbed young woman. Lee shrugs. They learn of Taylor, Steffi, and Kelly's engagement. Lee remembers that Thomas had difficulties in the past when she talks about her son being back in town. Taylor is pleased that he put in the effort to get past them. She will be there if he experiences a setback. Lee hopes that nothing will set him off. Luna is pacing while holding the pregnancy test at Lee's house. She grimaces and responds, "Negative," which is astounding because of this. Sheila enters and inquires as to what's going on. Reminding Luna that it's better than prison, she screams about being stuck there. Naturally, the topic of Will Spencer comes up. Luna is eager for him to learn that she is still alive. Sheila questions whether Luna genuinely believes they may be together in the future. Sheila's bare assault comes up as they argue over plotting. It was phony, Sheila reminded her. When a light bulb goes out, Luna thinks, that might work. Sheila tells her granddaughter that she understands her desire to avoid going to jail. People like them can make anything happen. Luna smirks. Anything at all. After telling her that she supports her, Sheila walks away. When Luna is by herself, she declares that she is creating her future and takes out the pregnancy test. When Electra decided it was time for their first time together, Will was unable to resist making love to her despite the fact that he is still shocked and perplexed about who was in his bed that fateful night. Two trysts so close to one another on a soap opera, can only portend a soap cliché so horrific that we're still reeling from the last time it appeared in this daytime program. Of course, we're talking about a baby swap. The fact that Grace Buckingham's deceit reminded Liam and Hope of the time they were informed their baby had passed away after she had been taken from them during childbirth is no accident. We watched in horror as Bold and Beautiful laid the stage for a reenactment of the cliché, even as Lope relived the darkest moments of their lives. We can already see that Will conceive Luna and Electra, and their children will be born at roughly the same time. Luna chooses to take Electra's child and pass it off as her own when she either miscarries or has a stillborn child. Conveniently, Will's DNA would still be present in the baby. In the meantime, Electra will share Hope's fate and be forced to lament the cherished baby she thinks is dead. Half of the characters on the canvas will surely find it upsetting to see Will co-parent Electra's child with Luna. Not to mention fans who still get cold sweats when they think back on the Hope, Liam Beth fiasco that lasted for a whole year. Is a baby swap imminent in your opinion? Cast your ballot.